we're going live, he says.
We're live.
And just like that, we are live with the Crowded Room podcast.
There we go.
Crowded Room live stream. Jay and Alex. We got Andrew on the laptop.
Howdy, howdy.
Nate on the couch.
Yeah.
Just hanging in there.
You can have an off-camera mic there, Nate. Hello.
No, he can't because he can still do off-camera N-bombs.
And people will think it was us.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, how you doing, Jer?
Oh, I'm having it.
Took you a while.
Took me a while, yeah. Waited for my ride. Just finished telling you guys about that. Look at me in the bottom left-hand corner of this screen. Who's in charge of this production here?
You're facing me. There you go. Face the camera. Anyways, bad production here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Crowded Room podcast. You've been waiting a long time, and we're here to deliver.
Yeah, we took last week off.
It's hard to get everyone in the same room. What was wrong last week, Jer? Why couldn't you show up?
You're gonna laugh at this. I had to play snowshoe volleyball the next day.
Really?
Bright and early.
You had to wake up early. What's early to you?
I had to wake up at 6.
Oh, no. For snowshoe volleyball?
Yeah, I had to get ready.
That took priority over your job here.
My job.
At the Crowded Room podcast.
Yeah.
Did you win at least?
We got first place.
Oh, okay. There. Then it's worth it.
Yeah.
Then it's worth it at least.
So last year I joined the team and we got first place and we were undefeated. This year we got beat once by this one team. And I saw them last year. This guy has the mohawk. They're really intense. They love volleyball.
Is this part of your baseball stuff that you do?
A lot of the same people play this stuff.
Right.
They get into it. So, but this team, no, I don't see them at baseball, but they're this like hardcore volleyball team. And I remember last year we barely beat them. And then this year they came with a vengeance and they beat us the first time. And then in the tournament we beat them. And it's funny because snowshoe volleyball is fun because it's not real volleyball. You can like touch the net. You can, if the ball's like on their side, you can still spike it. Like, you know, you can hit the ball any way you want with your hands. You don't have to do like the traditional volley.
Oh, really?
And all. Yeah. It's a lot funner that way, right? And
so what, you can like catch it and throw it back up?
You can't catch it,
okay.
But you can like, if the ball's coming out, you could be like, you know, like scoop it with your hand real quick. You can't like catch it and throw it, but like you could like
I think that's legal in normal volleyball, no?
Kinda. I don't know. I don't know the rules, but I know that this is a lot more lax. Either way, it's a lot more fun. And so we're against this intense team and we need one more point. And I'm along the front and the ball's like coming to us from their side. It's still on their side of the net and I just like jumped up and I'm like, fuck this.
And you have snowshoes on that are like
that's another thing. There's no snow, so they didn't let us wear the snowshoes.
So you're just doing volleyball.
We're just playing like volleyball with way too many people and no rules, essentially. Okay. And like, so I just like spike this ball and this mohawk guy is like, whoa, and then it hits him in the nuts and hits the ground and we win the game. And like, that was the highlight of my weekend. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I spiked the ball and hit this guy in the nuts.
That's cool.
Woo, yeah. Snowshoe volleyball. Yeah. You go there at 8 a.m. Everybody's drinking beer. Like
that's not cool.
Saturday morning, like everybody's drinking. Like our game starts at like 8 a.m. and like everybody there is like drinking beer. And the next day, we go there Sunday. There's like a truck in the ditch. There's like pieces of a car up the road, like from an accident, and like, it's
nice.
It's crazy.
I haven't drank since the last podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't really drink or smoke weed or anything.
And you went to an MMA class tonight?
Yeah, I've been going for the last couple weeks or so. It's really interesting to notice my cardio coming back and everything.
Fighter in the Skid.
Fighter in the Skid. That's what our podcast could be called.
New name for the podcast.
Yeah. Well, now that Tom's out, he's got to become the new heavyweight champ.
Yeah, I got to actually get in there.
Tom's out?
Tom Aspinall.
Yeah, he just had his eye surgery, so he's out for at least 8 months, probably a year.
Oh, really? Holy shit.
Yeah, they just announced, I think, Alex Pereira versus Gone at the White House for the interim.
What? How did
I don't think
that?
they announced it officially, but it's a rumor.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it.
I can't hear you at all, Nate.
Dude, look at Look how high up we are. That's why we're in the crowded room penthouse.
Yeah. This is
Fucking-
like some sort of New
We
York.
fucking finally made it.
Yeah, we're moving on up.
We're on the 26th floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Soon we'll be on the 32nd.
Yeah, trying not to drink beer, trying not to eat carbs heavy and stuff. It's a lot, right? To get to work and actually go for lunch and find something that isn't just fries and gravy.
Oh, absolutely.
All of Canada
And
is
bread.
just fries, gravy, and a sandwich.
I know you like to get the clubhouse.
Right, which is a lot healthier than like fish and chips.
For sure, but it's still
Like, just fries, gravy, and
three
a
pieces
sandwich.
of fucking bread on the fucking thing.
Which is less than a Subway.
And if you're not getting fries with it, you're getting like a Caesar salad that has like
And the Caesar's not good either.
a dressing that's like full of calories. And like,
There's no real option. Your best bet is
no,
to get,
not if you're going out.
to get like salt and pepper chicken wings. That's low carb at least, but it's still deep fried. And then you're not going to go out to a pub and get a salad. Fuck that. Right? Maybe a chicken salad, but just like a bunch of lettuce and stuff, and you're paying $20 for a salad.
Who's to say that the salad at pubs are any healthier than anything else you'll get there? Anyways?
Exactly, unless you just have lettuce and like balsamic.
If you're getting a dressing on there, and that's not balsamic,
Yeah.
balsamic is the exception, obviously.
Right,
that,
yeah.
It's tons of calories.
And then why'd you even go out?
Well, that's just it. If you're on a diet, going out is probably the worst thing you could do,
Right.
anyways.
Yeah, but I'm working up like 20 minutes from my house, so I don't really want to go home.
Part down.
Up at College Heights. But yeah, like not like our audience really knows
No,
where I live and where College Heights is, right? But 20 minutes.
I was just curious. Yeah, I was personally curious.
But yeah, so I do have to find something. And I went to Edo, Japan today, and I find rice is okay.
You get the teriyaki chicken with the rice and vegetables there. That's like with the double meat and everything.
Right.
That's the classic. I think we've all been getting that same thing since like high school.
And
man.
it's actually a sit-in place, not like the food court.
Oh,
thing
it's
at the
different
mall.
than the
It's
one. Up in
in College Heights, they have an actual
Right.
established place.
Yeah.
So they have a full menu.
Still get to watch them make it.
Yeah, yeah, in a kitchen there, not like right in front of you, but they have the same thing just behind a window.
Yeah.
And then
If you like Edo Japan, one's in the chat.
one's for Edo Japan, please. But yeah, and it's not great, but I find that rice doesn't make me like lethargic. If I eat a Subway, I can feel like kind of when you're sick, like your sinuses get stuffy. That's how I feel now if I eat like a whole sub of bread.
I can't remember the last time
pasta.
I even had Subway.
Pasta's
Actually,
the worst.
I've been good off fast food. I haven't eaten McDonald's for like a year. Like,
Yeah, exactly right. And then all it is just a bun and fries with like this much meat. So you're just eating bread and
it's
fries.
hardly even meat. It's
yeah,
like
and
resembles meat.
It can't. It physically, like, they can't make that many burgers. They can't kill that many cows fast enough. They're not born fast enough.
I would imagine they're like somewhere between like 30 and 40% meat. Maybe that's being generous,
Right.
but like yeah, they're slightly meat, and then there has to be filler. Like a lot of people, they like to add breadcrumbs and eggs and things to their burgers. But like McDonald's is like,
Right.
they're like, we need to add as much shit as possible that's not meat to this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it was just like overnight. I got sick a couple weeks ago. I think I was telling you this before, and it forced me to fast because even drinking water made me throw up.
Oh.
And because I was like super thirsty and dehydrated, so I would slam the water and then throw it right up because my stomach didn't want it.
So when you're super thirsty, do you grab a glass of water or go on OnlyFans?
I go on the OnlyFans with a glass of water, and I ask the lady if she can shove it up her ass. But
He pours it all over himself with a white T-shirt.
I've never gone on OnlyFans. Have you?
The closest I've got to being on OnlyFans is clicking a chick's link and being at her page.
And then you gotta pay or something.
Yeah, I never.
Right.
I think all of us have seen a chick on Instagram at some point and been like, okay,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
your link? Okay. And then And then you hit that paywall. You're like, I ain't going there.
It's unavoidable. And then even if you're watching normal shit, all of a sudden there's this chick with a fat ass, and it's genetically wiring. You're gonna be like, oh, whoa, hey.
We can't even go for lunch without you seeing a fat ass.
It's left and right, but that's just our culture. There's a bunch of fat chicks around here.
I had to stop opening my phone and looking at Instagram when I was at work or doing something, because like instantly just pictures of chicks would just pop up, and I'm like,
Right.
I can't be caught like looking at this shit out in public.
The problem is they've optimized so hard to get engagement, and nothing happy gets engagement. Only fat asses and anger inducing
Division,
things.
fighting, yeah.
So it's like either you fall into the trap of thirst, or you fall into this anger trap, and neither of them make you feel good at the end. So I really try not to, but now that I'm scrolling, it's sometimes there's like 6 to 8 just reels in a row while you're scrolling down. Like, show me something. Show me something worth watching.
For those who don't know, when Alex sees a fat ass, he feels sorry for all the women around her that don't have a fat ass.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He's
genetically,
like,
that
rest
woman.
in peace to that woman.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so bad for. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, yeah, but
No.
look at this.
It comes from hard times. Those skinny women die, and the fat ass woman survives, and she bears your children. So.
Alex has to type, and when he sees it, every other woman is like, he's like, I feel so bad for
get
them.
out of here.
Like, they don't have this and this. Like,
Right.
it's like he wants to donate to them or something.
I do. Yeah. No. Genetically, they're superior.
I'll donate my ass.
Donate my ass. It's not my ass I'm looking to donate. That's for sure. But no, I think that's just a genetic disposition that each of us will have different tastes. But yeah, I think in famine times, the chicks with big wide hips actually give birth healthily, whereas when the super skinny chicks get pregnant, they miscarry.
And
a
it's
lot.
not even famine times, just back in the day, childbearing hips.
Yeah,
There's
right.
a term for a reason, right? That used to be something that was like sought after.
And skinny chicks would have really sickly babies a lot of the times, right? And it's not beneficial going forward.
I think because like back then, if you were skinny, there was a chance it was because you were malnourished. Whereas nowadays,
and it
if
could
you're
be
skinny,
genetic.
you're probably just skinny. Whereas like back then, you're probably malnourished and like not eating enough. And
Yeah. And I mean, how are you going to feed me, Mom? You ain't got no tits. That's another part of it.
Mama.
Yeah. But no, I think that's a hard and fast science here that we're getting to the bottom of.
what's for dinner, Mom?
Yeah, nothing. Basically, have this blighted potato.
Hey, they grow after they have kids.
Yeah.
I know girls who used to have nothing and then had a couple kids and now have like huge.
Well, they're
naturals.
living in times of abundance. Right, I'm talking about
They provided
famine
abundance
times. Yeah.
after they had kids. Though.
Yeah.
Like literally, like went from A cup to like D cup only after having kids, and it stayed that way.
Right, but then it goes away. No, I think
it
it'll
stayed.
maybe, but the
Telling
big
you.
floppers.
Aren't you into those?
No one likes big floppers. Hit you in the face and whatnot. No, when I was younger, I was always like, "Whoa, that chick's got big tits." And then if you see it naked, it was like, "Oh dear, what are we doing here?" Oh no. Right. I think that was like when we were growing up, it was like American Pie, kind of all these movies where
And it
glorified.
only cared about like tits.
Yeah.
It was never like, hey, they got a nice ass.
It was small asses. Everyone wanted to be a supermodel thin.
It was
thing.
like from here up, they had to like, but they didn't have to have like a nice ass.
Yeah.
Like that didn't matter. It was just like nice tits and a nice face. You're skinny supermodel.
I think it came because the people that ran modeling were gay guys, and they wanted women to look like fucking little boys.
I thought Donald Trump was in charge of the patriarchy.
No, I'm talking about supermodeling. Like the people that wanted, or not wanted, but the people that controlled who got to be a model were a bunch of gay guys. It wasn't like a straight dude that's like, oh, this chick's beautiful.
Fair enough. Donald Trump actually was, and didn't he own his own
I don't know.
ring of pageants?
I don't know. Look it up.
Yeah, no, he owns the pageants and stuff. Nate,
Yeah, look
fact
it
check.
up. Yes. Oh, Nate said yes.
Woo! He didn't say the other word.
He said something else, but we're gonna go with yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Trump had like pageants and stuff like that. I don't know what they're called.
Nate GPT.
Nate PT.
No one can hear you when you talk.
Donald Trump
also.
was closely involved with several beauty pageants, most notably Miss Universe, Miss USA, blah, blah, blah. Miss Teen USA.
What does involved mean though? Like
Yeah.
he sat real close to the front.
During this period, he was a prominent figure
Right.
at pageant events, often appearing as stage or
Investing.
on stage, judging contestants and attending press conferences. So he never actually owned one, but excuse me, he was close enough to them. Like I thought,
Right.
it was like actually his. Like
96. Yeah. But I mean, these times we're talking about we're about 96, late 90s or something like that, where everyone was like surfboard. That was supposed to be the ideal, and like women were like literally starving
this.
themselves to death. Yeah.
nothing can pass these lines except your tits.
They have a slit in a wall that you have to walk through.
Only your
must be
tits are
this
allowed to go
skinny.
outside of these lines. That's how they used to think, man.
You have to be this thin to walk the runway. Right? And now it's the complete opposite. But it's so easy to tell when someone's either fat or surgically enhanced.
Definitely easy to tell when someone's fat.
Well, yeah, right, because their gut goes out. But
Yeah.
you can wear a corset under shit, and then you're like, oh, I got. But
You can only hide so much. You can like
in person, but
can,
on
like-
Instagram and stuff, you can edit that stuff out.
you can turn yourself from a chubby person to a possibly normal skinny looking person with a corset. But if you're fat, I don't think a corset's going to do much.
Right. They only have to trick you for a split second when you're just taking pictures, though, right?
And then they edit them.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. But the thing you got to look for is, do their thighs match their ass? Because that's how they trick you. Is they just stretch their ass out, but their thighs still look like twigs.
You are the resident ass expert.
Astronomicist.
The astro. The astronomer.
Thank you.
All right, yeah.
We got 2 watching in the chat.
So
Thank
what's
you,
your
2.
astrology?
What my sign?
Yeah.
Big
The
moon.
ass.
Giant moon. What's the chat we got here? Oh, that was us.
His astrology sign is the fucking BBL.
Yeah. So this shooting in Tumbler Ridge. What do you know about that?
I know that it was a guy that did it.
It was a guy that did it. It was actually our friend Alan. His girlfriend's stepdaughter got shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
like injured or
She got rushed to Vancouver, so she didn't die on the spot, but she got shot in the head.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Because Alan's working over in Tumbler.
And his girlfriend lives there, and her ex's daughter got shot in the head. Yeah.
So for
I think
those,
she was like
if,
12, 13. I don't know.
if you don't know, there was a shooting in Tumbler Ridge. It's a small little community
The
way
whole
north
world's
of us. It's like a
talking about it
7-8 hour drive north of us. Like
Yeah.
it's in the middle of nowhere. It's a small little place.
Even American influencers, I hear, like Asmongold, they're all talking about it and stuff, right?
I don't know if they would be talking about it if it wasn't like a trans person that did it, but like
Well, it's so rare that it happens around here, no matter who does it,
I
right?
thought you were gonna say it's rare that a trans person does that. I was gonna
No, that this area
sec.
gets something. Even that
it's
David
so rare that
Eby,
Canada gets a shooting like that.
that David
period.
Eby guy came out. He's like, this just feels like something that happens in other places, and it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, well,
it's
guess
true.
what? Canada fell to shit over the last 10 years, and now we are other places. We are third world countries, like downtown fucking Chicago and shit like that.
Yeah, well, we also have mental illness like the States does now too, and so now we
And
have
we coddle it.
We do, And you have like People Magazine and other outlets being like, it was a female that was identified doing the shooting.
The cops even say that.
And then you look in the comments, and there's Alan. There's like, no, it was a fucking guy who was jacked up on Alan's in there fighting the good fight.
Oh, it's Cassandra sent him a joking. She didn't know the whole story. She was trying to joke about it, and Alan's like, yeah, that was my girlfriend's stepdaughter. Thank you for joking about it. Egg on your face. But yeah,
God damn it,
sucks ass. But I had something that I pulled up here. Apparently, this person's been flagged for mental health issues multiple times in the past.
The cops have been to their
had
house.
Their guns taken away and
given back.
And then someone on Reddit found this. Let me read this real quick. In the wake of the devastating shooting, internet sleuths found a Roblox account reportedly belonging to the shooter. The shooter reportedly created a game on Roblox that served as a mall shooting simulator that Roblox kept up for days after the shooting even, and then took down.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I never heard that part.
Roblox eventually deleted the shooter's account. The violent simulator game remained available for download by users for a period of time after the attack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Roblox is, if you have kids, you shouldn't be letting them play Roblox.
No, there's the pedophile shit going on.
Roblox has been very complacent. They've let a lot of that shit slide. Apparently, they've made a lot of changes to combat it to a certain extent, but it's not enough.
You can't just
give your kid a device and let them go on that and just not check it. You have to, because there's people that are preying on your kids. And
parents didn't really know that for the last 10, 15 years, but nowadays you should fucking know that.
For the last couple of years, Roblox is actually, parents, from my understanding, Roblox is one of those red flags now.
Yeah.
You got to watch that shit.
Right. You can't just let your kid have a computer in their room either. That's a big one. But everyone has the phone, right? And so what are you going to do? Take your kid's phone away at night?
At what age do they get a computer in their room?
Well, no, it's just complacent parents want to let you do that so that you babysit yourself, basically.
I was on the computer at a young age looking up all sorts of bad stuff.
Right, yeah. And that's what I'm saying, at that time, which was probably 15 to 20 years ago.
We were all watching Heather.
I don't know what your reference is here, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's not like we can blame your parents for that time period. It was, people had a TV because FCC kind of guarded what went on TV. Yeah. So they kind of trusted it. But now you can't trust anything. And what do? Your kid's going to be left out if you don't give him some sort of interaction with social media at 13, 14 or something like that.
And that's what really sucks. It's they need some form of it now. It's otherwise, they're left out. Mm-hmm. There's some social outcast.
It's become so integrated.
Doesn't get to hang out with all the other kids now.
And that's only been 15 yeyears. Give it another 15 with Web fucking 4 and AI and vision goggles and shit.
I think the biggest thing, the most important thing you could do to combat that is to just be the biggest part in your kid's life as possible. Be there for everything, be their biggest fan, be there for support them through everything, and just always be there for them. And I think that'll go a long ways, because then they'll look to you, no matter all the social media, all this stuff, you're going to be dad. You're going to be dad that knows best and actually always help them when they needed it. And even if they don't see it sometimes, they will see it eventually.
And lead by example. That's a big reason that I'm not drinking and smoking and doing all that stuff right now is because how could you tell your kid not to if you can't stop? It's really hypocritical.
Yeah. So you stopped drinking completely?
Last time I had a beer was with you guys 2 weeks ago, and that was only 2. And before that, it was another 2 weeks. So it's almost a month.
Yeah.
And I don't want it. I don't crave it. Mm-hmm. If I were to not have a family around me and I was just sitting around after work doing nothing, I'm sure the boredom would get to me. Yeah. But
you always got something to do.
You always, and if you don't have something to do, there's
something to be done. There's always something to do.
And then I started reading, so that fills a lot of my time.
Nice.
on this side, but then I'm neglecting my family just in a book. It's not much different than just scrolling on your phone for hours because
as far as your family's concerned, yeah.
Right. But it's a new. You can't just stop an addiction. You have to start a new one that's a little healthier, or else it's going to be like nails on a chalkboard. Some people can do it and just be like, no, I'm going to sit here and meditate like a monk.
I find I'm addicted to drinking liquids in the morning. I need like a London Fog. I need like a warm drink in the morning. Go to Tim Hortons, get a drink, and then it's like after that, it's like I want another warm drink, and it's like later on, it's like I want to drink something. So I notice if I just drink water all day, like I don't think about drinking anything else. It can just be water,
right?
But like, but I will get a craving to drink something, and so it's like if I don't get a water, it'll be something like this, or it'll be a tea or something. It's just like, but I always want like to drink something.
Yeah, what I found is I don't actually want to get drunk. I just wanted the beer for the carbs and the sugar. Kind of just like people grab a Pepsi and shit, right?
Similar to what I like. Yeah. It's like I want it. Maybe it's the sugar in it. Maybe that's why I always want to be drinking something.
Yeah.
But I always want to be sipping on something.
Yeah, just replace the addiction with something a little more healthy. We do a lot of those zero sugar sodas and stuff now. So if I ever just, like you said, want to drink something, just grab one of those.
Yeah.
I have alcohol in the house, and I just don't feel like drinking it because I feel really good. When you eat healthy, you work out, you drink a lot of water, you feel so good and uninflamed.
You worked out tonight?
I just came from the gym straight to here. It's only 2 blocks down there. It's really nice.
Have you been going at all aside from that?
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh, you have been?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know.
I give myself a day in between just to kind of heal because it's hard. It's hard on my body. Yeah, for about 2 weeks now.
The other day, like 2 weeks ago, I came home and Matt was, he had Mark over and they were doing push-ups. And so I got home. They're like, it's your turn. You got to do 20 push-ups. I did 21 push-ups.
That's better than nothing, but it's not like a workout.
I was actually impressed that I could do that many first try after, I've been a little like out of it. And, dude, I was fucking sore for like 4 days after. Like my
because
chest
you didn't
was just
warm
like,
up.
And it's like your first time going back to the gym, but it's like 21 push-ups and you did that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and your pecs are really not activated in most of your daily activities, right? Like even if you do MMA training, you look at those guys with their shirt off, their pecs aren't always huge. Some guys are, but
some are different
for the
others,
most part, like I'd say 70-80% of guys have a pretty flat chest and just really ripped backs.
So we didn't do a podcast last week. Sorry to go off topic here. We didn't do a podcast last week, and it kind of sucked because it was right during the time when the Epstein files got released.
Oh, right, yeah.
Have you heard some crazy shit when it comes to that?
No, after the Super Bowl, Ghislaine got questioned by Trump's attorney general kind of people, and she basically pled the fifth on everything.
But did you hear about Epstein's Fortnite account?
No, what's that?
Okay, so get this. So in 2019, because Epstein was like big into Fortnite. So in 2019, when he first got like arrested and hey,
you guys want to shut the fuck up over there?
Trying to do a podcast here. When he first got arrested and he killed himself, that's when his Fortnite account lost all activity. And then last year, it gained activity again. And so we know this because in the last wave of Epstein files, his YouTube username got released. And then if we found out that his username on YouTube was the same as his gamer tag. So they found that. And then they looked up his, you know how you have like the Spotify Wrapped and like YouTube Wrapped? It's like, this is what you watch for the year. Mm-hmm. Apparently Fortnite has like a Wrapped. So they looked up his like 2005 Wrapped or 2025 Wrapped or 2025, sorry. And it was like he played like fucking 70 something games. He fucking won like 10 of them. Fucking, he's actually like pretty decent at Fortnite apparently. And then The best part was that went viral like one night. The next morning, Jeffrey Epstein's Fortnite account went private, so you couldn't see that information anymore. And then about 12 hours later, Fortnite came out and said, "Oh no, that's not that wasn't Epstein's account. Someone found out what his account name was, and they changed their name to that."
That's not hard. Plus, it's not hard to log into someone's Fortnite account.
Let me just finish this. So they said that that's what happened, and then they posted the link to that account. So then someone was like, "Okay, well, here's the 2025 Wrapped for that account, and here's the one that's Epstein's, and they're different. They're two different accounts."
Yeah.
So Epstein's account is still actually active. Fortnite actually lied to the fucking public about what happened, and so they could have said nothing. They didn't have to say anything, but they chose to say something and got caught in a lie. Now they are a part of this.
Right. I play Fortnite, and I can tell you that there isn't like a big login process. Like if I just left my PlayStation out and died, and then somebody just kind of inherited it through a pawn shop or something, even you could just turn it on, and your account would just come on.
So so then that account goes private the day after people notice, and then Fortnite tries to cover it up.
Super sketchy. And I'm not saying I know anything. I'm just saying that like it's not hard to just turn someone's PlayStation on and play on their
How the
Fortnite
fuck
account.
do you get Jeffrey Epstein's?
Exactly. That's the weird part. And that's probably like if my theory is correct, someone was probably like stole it.
Dude, he's still alive.
I think he's still alive. Yeah. But if my devil's advocate thing, someone could have stole his PlayStation, just turned it on and played, and then realized, oh shit, people know like this is notorious here.
Yeah.
But no, I personally think that he's still alive for sure.
Yeah, me too.
It's way too sketchy. No one saw the fucking body. A lot of there was this one guy that came out on, I think, Reddit or something, and
You're about
said,
to say what I was going to say.
And said, "No, man, I saw them haul him out through the hallway,
van.
And he was anonymous. And then some hackers found out who he was, doxed him, and he actually is a security guard at that prison."
That guy even said, "Please don't dox me." That's like one of the first things he said in this fucking post too.
Yeah,
and he talks about how like they had a fucking, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a vehicle that picks you up and takes you like criminals places. Mm-hmm. And they had one of those ready, and he's like, "And we don't transfer them on the weekends."
And it's just too convenient that he died.
It got this vehicle never checked in, or out, and it was allowed in and out. And he said all these things. He's like, "Man, I'm afraid. Like, I don't want to get in trouble, but like this happened."
Yeah,
and, like,
and it's a reoccurring pattern. Oh, really? It's a reoccurring pattern. Like oh shit, this big case blew up. Oh, scapegoat. And then recently, oh, this Minnesota fraud is blowing up. Oh, ice, baby. And now no one's talking about the fraud anymore. They're talking about, oh, you're killing these people with the ice guys. And no one gives a shit. It's just the new flavor of the month. When's the last time you heard anyone talk about Ukraine or even Palestine?
Dude,
George Floyd and Black Lives Matter.
Ukraine is like come and gone, and like every once in a while it becomes relevant again for a second, but only when it comes to how much money's getting laundered there. Only when it comes to how much is going missing there nowadays. That's the only time we talk about that now.
But it was people's identity, and now they don't care.
Yeah.
No one's gonna care. But I'm just saying it's a reoccurring pattern of scapegoat. Throw the fucking guy under the bus.
And for the record, how do you feel about Ukraine? People haven't heard our opinion on it in a long time. What do you think?
They're cool with me, man. I like Ukrainians. I was training with the Ukrainian guy just today.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
No. What do you think about the war?
I mean, honestly, it's been so long since I even thought about it. But no, I think a lot of Russian aggression is conscript violence, which means no one really wanted to be there. They're forced into the war. Ukrainians don't want to die, so they're forced into the war just to defend their homeland. I don't think anyone's right or wrong. I'm pretty sure Ukraine had greasy deals with weapons, bioweapons, and they just scapegoat it with this Russian aggression. The same thing. Yeah, and Zelensky is going to be thrown under the bus here. Now, luckily, no one's talking about it anymore, so they don't really have to.
I mean, Zelensky's whole job was to be thrown under the bus. Like,
Right.
He's like a comedian that was elected to, like, how did he even get in there? But honestly, like, as you know, that whole conflict has been going on since like 2014,
Right.
since before the war started.
But what you
And
need to remember is this isn't Ukrainians doing it. It's the Ukraine government.
That's what I was.
Right. You can't blame Ukrainians for what their government's doing.
No, you're just like you can't blame Russians for what's happening.
So you asking me what do I care about? What you're really asking me is what do I care about the Ukrainian government? Fuck them all.
No, I
think the Russian people have fucked everyone over for 100 years or more.
Sure. I was asking. What I really wanted was for you to give your opinion, refresh your opinion on the conflict there for people. Because, like, we talked about it a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
But, like, we're just getting going with the podcast again. There's people that might just be tuning in now
Right.
that don't know how we feel about
Russian
these
people
things.
are great. Russian people are the last people that are actually trying to keep the white Christian family together. Mm-hmm. They're trying to actually perpetuate Christian values and stuff. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. All right, but the government has been a leftist, like Bolshevik war for more than 100 years so far. They're not anything to praise at all. And then that's another scapegoat thing, being like, oh, but Putin's an asshole. They tried to do that when Trump came into office. They're like, oh, the Russia hoax thing.
Oh, yeah.
Putin is an asshole. That you can't fucking deny that. The Russian government and the Soviet government and everything are a bunch of fucking assholes. Doesn't mean Russians are bad.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and I mean, my opinion, it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
You're right. It doesn't actually affect us unless they're like, hey, guess what? We're going into Ukraine. We're sending troops.
Yeah, if you were to ask a Ukrainian what he thinks, he probably hates Russia.
Oh, yeah.
Because he probably knows people that died.
Probably.
Right? And then Russians don't like Ukrainians because they probably know people that died too. But as far as the Canadians concerned, you know.
There you have it if you didn't know.
Fuck them both.
Fuck them both. That's how I feel about Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, but again, no one cares. No one talks about that anymore.
Dude, did you see that video of Benjamin Netanyahu going to the United States, like, Senate or whatever, like they're
recently?
Yeah.
I didn't see a video, but I've heard of this. Yeah.
So they introduce him, and they don't even introduce him. He's like coming in. They clap for 2 minutes straight while he comes up. He's at the front. They keep clapping literally 2 minutes, and then they say his name, and then they clap for another like fucking 5 minutes. Man, it's crazy. Yeah. Even Benjamin Netanyahu looks annoyed at how much praise he's getting. Like,
yeah, but again, he's the government.
That's what I mean. So the guy from Israel shows up to the American fucking government, and that's what happens. It's just like we see who's in charge. But it's a newer video, and man, is it ever telling? It's like they don't do that to anyone. They don't do that for anyone.
No,
anyone. Not even like. The president doesn't even get that, even from his like most loyal supporters. This was like, it was like a bunch of politicians trying to be like, no, I love Israel the most. No, I do. So I'm gonna clap the longest, and then so now you have a bunch of people clapping for fucking 5-10 minutes straight.
It's the other side of the extremist coin that like people used to clap for George Floyd, like Black Lives Matter, a whole bunch, right? North Korea.
So they related it to North Korea because like they were getting shit on for the way that they're like trying to clap towards the leader. Like, hey, like look at me, I'm clapping. It's it was a similar thing, dude.
If you boil it down, Israel is a Western country surrounded by a whole bunch of Middle Eastern countries, and they're the tipping point of Middle Easterns trying to dominate Western countries. Canada is basically getting overran by Indians, by Middle Easterns, that we're losing our whole civilization. And if we were to just stand here and let them take over Israel, that's just the first shot in the war. So we can't let that happen. We have to support any Western country no matter what. We know that when it comes to France or England, but for some reason people don't want to follow that up with Israel. Well, and you get rid of Netanyahu in your head. Like Putin, he's an asshole. But think about Israel as a people. They are a Western country getting attacked by Middle Easterns, and we can't sit by idly and let that happen, because next step is they come to us.
Well, okay, so sure, like, yeah, we don't want them to fall to the Middle East.
But people are going to throw the scapegoat of the Netanyahu guy at your face.
That's because there's so much more to it than that. Like,
but I said, if we got to boil it down to Western countries helping Western countries, because if we all just say,
sure,
fuck it,
but what if we boil it down to like countries influencing other countries' governments? You know, like then
we do it too. We do it to a lot of people.
So
right.
Okay, so like in the United States, for example, like states will lose their funding, their disaster funding, if they boycott Israel.
Yeah, then they were also going to take your funding if you didn't get a vaccine or something, right? Like governments are going to fuck with you.
No, not you as an individual person. The state.
The state is, say this again, the state's going to do what, sorry?
The state itself loses its disaster funding if it boycotts Israel. That's how it works in the States.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so, like, you can boycott any other country in the world. Any other Western country. You can boycott the UK. You can boycott
They're not
Germany.
being invaded in a war right now. That's just it.
Is Israel being invaded right now?
If France got invaded by Germany, America got off its ass and went over there and fought. Right? Is there any real difference to what I'm saying, other than you just don't like the other stuff that the Israeli government's doing to other people?
No. I'm saying, why does the United States, a country of free speech, care who their people support and who they don't support if there's freedom of speech? You can support whoever you want. You get to vote for the president, but you don't get to vote for what foreign countries you support. So, like,
I think you should, for sure.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, like, so the fact that they would tell an entire state that if you boycott Israel, you lose your disaster funding, that's telling someone how to think.
It's very extremist.
And so that means no matter how much genocide they commit or anything, you have to support them. And I think that's wrong. And I also think it's really weird. I think it's weird that a government would say that. Where else in the world can you show me where that exists?
I think it's an overcompensation for what the Biden administration did with the vaccine mandates and all the Black Lives Matter things. They said, you're going to do this or else you're going to lose your freedom, basically, freedom to go to a restaurant or go to school and stuff like that. And everyone's like, fuck that, we're voting for Trump. And now look what Trump's doing. He's saying you're going to support Israel or else you lose your disaster funding. It's
the vaccine argument, at least they had something of an argument, I'll give them, as much as I was against it. This Israel thing, there's no argument to be made.
No, I think it's just the pendulum swinging to way too far of an extreme on both sides. And
I think it's just telling. I think it just shows where we're at.
Yeah.
Like you can't just look at Benjamin Netanyahu, the way he comes into Congress and gets greeted that way more than anyone else, and then the way that the United States is simping towards Israel. There's something wrong there.
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying that it's a Western country, and
we don't do that for
if
any
you
other
let
Western
one
country.
Domino fall, the rest is going to fall over after
We don't do that for the UK. We don't do that for Ukraine. We don't do that for anybody.
Ukraine's another thing. The UK is they're like, please come fuck me.
They're sending billions to Ukraine, and you are still allowed to legally boycott Ukraine without losing your disaster funding.
Sure, but what are we trying to boycott Ukraine for?
That's not the point. It's the fact that someone implemented this rule for a reason, and they implemented it for Israel and not Ukraine for a reason. Because Israel is like, who's in charge? Ukraine's not in charge.
What's the reason? Because
Israel is who's pulling the strings, in my opinion. I think they got Donald Trump. I think they got everybody, like most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I truly.
No, if you look, most of the people in charge are dual citizens, and that's the big problem.
Very
right there.
Problematic. Yeah, I mean that was. I was gonna wait to bring that part up, but that's very fucking true. So I mean that alone helps this whole argument a lot. But yeah, there's so much we could say on this, and you don't want to make a podcast just about the juice.
No, but my whole point was that it's not the Israeli government that anyone's supporting. We're just trying to support the people, right? Because if they fall, all of a sudden Muslims are going to feel stronger, and they're going to turn somewhere towards us. And America's a very hard target to hit. They're probably going to come to Canada.
And over the last few months, we've talked a lot about the Jews, you and I, and some of us. We talk about the way that they think of us as cattle and all this stuff. And, we don't really have much proof of that until they released the Epstein files just like last week. Mm-hmm. And now we see just like Epstein, Jew, talking with like the prime minister of Israel, calling us goyim.
And they're both just creepy dudes.
No, but just like, the most powerful Jews, and they're just like, oh yeah, the Jew has always made their money by manipulating the market. We let the goyim deal with the consequences in the real world. And now we know it's not just those two. It's just like all the Jews that he was talking to, they all talk about us like that. It's just like, oh, now we know. It's like that's actually how they feel about us. It's not just something that's written in their book. Now we have evidence that that's how the Jews talk about us when there's no goyim around. And it's interesting.
All of them?
A lot of them.
A lot of them.
The ones that
are in power.
The ones that are making decisions that affect us.
Yeah, exactly. And there's exactly like I was saying that the Russians aren't bad because their government sucks. Mm-hmm. The Jews aren't bad because the elites suck.
Yeah. So when I say the Jews, what I mean is Israel.
Is the elites, the Zionist Jews.
And honestly, like Mossad, really. It's like Mossad and the Israeli government, like a combined effort between the two to be like the shittiest people on earth.
Yeah. But I don't think there's any country you could point to that doesn't have some shitty sect of shadow government. No, they don't have government.
Joking.
But I mean, like America probably has shitty black ops guys that go into Somalia and just like Black Hawk Down and stuff and do a lot of shitty stuff. The thing is, we actually care about the rules of engagements, whereas the Mossad and stuff, they don't give a fuck.
Well, Mossad is the same as CSIS. Isn't that what Canada calls their CIA? CSIS. All our intelligence intelligence groups, like they do the same thing. Excuse me, these agencies, they don't listen to the rules. They don't play by any rules. The CIA, how many times has the CIA broken the rules? Like, and it's like, because it was
we
our
don't
operative.
even know about it.
I know. We only know what they've released. If we know
about it, then that's probably a pretty docile event.
or they dumbed it down, so it's like, it's not too bad. But even the ones they've told us are like pretty crazy. So it's like, we know that they don't follow. We know that the CIA doesn't follow the rules. They will sell crack to make money to fund an operation. You know what I mean? Like they will do everything that you and I are not allowed to do to achieve their objective, and they're allowed to do that. And so, and every intelligence agency works that way. And to think that they would not do this or not do that is just not naive to me. They're willing to do anything. Look at even during COVID, like the Canadian government spied on its citizens.
Oh yeah,
and then it came out like right away. And what happened? Nothing.
Even Apple just had to pay a big fine because they're listening to you on their phone.
And what did the Canadian government have to do in 2021? I think it was when they spied on everyone during Christmas.
Nothing. No one's ever going to find accountability.
No.
But if you miss your taxes, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Right, but that's a bigger issue to me than what a bunch of
if the government
rich
can't
Jews
find
are
their
calling me
accountability, it's okay. But if you can't find yours, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucked. But yeah, I don't give a fuck if rich Jews are calling me a goyim, like sticks and stones, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the rich Jews that are like friends with the rich Jews that are friends with the rich that run the whole fucking world.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like I do care a little bit that the people that run the world think of us as cattle. I think that's important to know, and I think the more people that know that, the more chance we have of like being like, "Fuck you, we're gonna change things." If everybody understood the way the system works, and firsthand that like people don't care to know. If everybody knew, things would change, but
they'd just release another virus. And then we'd be back to square one.
They'd like start a new sport. Hey, look at this.
Yeah.
Watch this instead.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called Power Kick.
They put more poison in the food. They'd put more brain rot on your phone. They'd come out with a new fat.
There's got to be a limit to things, though. I think they're getting to their limit of how far they can push people. I don't think they can push people much farther. I don't think they like.
But what's
way
the
things are
alternative? There's no voting our way out of this.
No,
They've
you're right.
rigged the system.
Yeah.
They've fed us so much beer and fast food that everyone's docile.
No, and
None
I think
of
about
us
this.
have spent a day in tactical training with guns.
Let's say you take over the country. Well, who's in charge now? And how?
No, you're Somalia after that.
No, but then how do you elect someone? And how do you know that that person you elected isn't someone that they implanted in there to get elected? And like still,
it'll fracture.
You'll never
into
get out of it.
Very small regional
So what do you even
governments.
do? What do you even do?
That's it. Either you get up and move to a place that you agree with their values.
So this place is done.
You have three options. You get up and move to somewhere that has values that you agree with. You sit here and vote and ask very nicely for them to change it to a way that you'd like. Yeah. Or you pick up a gun and try to do an insurrection. And like I said, everyone here is so drunk and fat that and untrained that would go over so horribly that they would just laugh in their bunkers for about a week or two, and then they'd come back and tax us again.
I would like to think that if it got to a point where people were willing to do an insurrection, I would like to think that even the most leftist people, the most mentally ill people, like even they would see that there's something wrong at that point. Like, okay, our government is pushing the limits.
I hope so, but they wouldn't care about, like the elites wouldn't care about them. All you have to do is shut the power off for 3 days, and we're all killing each other.
Yeah.
They don't have to come kill us.
My uncle likes to talk about this shit, and one thing he always says, he's like, you'd be surprised. He's like, you think you'd be killing each other? He's like, wouldn't you be going after the people who are in charge of putting that power back on and think like you're talking about them just shutting it off? Like
you'll never reach them, and your neighbor will get so greedy that he'll come try to pillage your house
before anything
before
gets
you
fixed.
can organize anything.
Yeah, but I do think the people in power will be held accountable as much as possible. But you know what I think when it comes to that stuff, the rich people that are in charge of everything, they don't want to live in a dystopian future either. They don't want to live in that. And they need us as much as we need them. Like there's only so many of them. There's only so many rich people. And if they all got together, they don't even all get along. So it's just like they need they need us. They need people. They need someone to make their fucking burger at McDonald's. They need someone, all those things. And so like I don't believe that even the richest, evilest people want us to suffer in that way. And if they did, it would only be to like lessen the numbers.
Yeah.
But they don't want to live with the power off.
They also don't want to fight us. And they know that the power is going to shut off, so they can get their provisions in order.
But even if they were to like get their provisions in order, you have to think you're a rich person. You live this nice lifestyle. You don't want to live in a bunker and live in like a fucking like disaster zone. Like you don't want to be living off provisions. Like you're a rich person. You want to live life and enjoy it. And you can only do that when you're letting us live life and enjoy it. If they're not letting us do that, then they can't do it. And
I don't think they'll snap their fingers and do it. It's when we start to rise up, they'll be like, no, we're going to trim the grass here.
And so I'm not saying that they're not trying to make life harder for us, but I do think that like there's a limit. They don't want to push it too far. They don't want things to collapse because then things suck for them.
And I don't think this is new. I think kings have been going through this same problem for thousands of years.
They're trying to push it to the limit.
Yeah.
And I think in Canada, they're fucking pretty close.
Yeah, and the access to information is new.
Yeah.
So that's something that they don't really know how to take handle of right now. But this story is old as time, I'm pretty sure, that
fair enough.
People with power have always tried to keep people under them because someone needs to rub my feet and make my food.
Yeah, no,
take out my trash.
You can't just like save a handful of them and be like, okay, we're all good with just these ones. It's like,
yeah, and revolutions, they only work regionally. You can't have a mass scale thing because, like you said, who's in charge?
Absolutely.
Right.
And if Canada were to get unstable, who's to say the United States wouldn't just come be like, okay, we're going to take control of the situation.
Yep.
And just come in, and now we're the 51st state. You know?
Exactly. But I'd say you have about 3 days after they shut the power off before it's Mad Max. Once you can't charge your phone, you can't fill your truck up with gas, you can't go get groceries at the store.
You ever been hungry before? You know how like your thinking changes. And I've never been 3 days hungry. I've been like a few hours hungry, and my thinking changes.
There's no cops to call. Everyone's at home protecting their families. There's gangs taking over the supermarkets and stuff. No one's going to work together. No one.
Unless
right?
you and your close friends, and that's all you got. You and your family. Like, that's it.
It turns into warlords.
Because we all talk about when this happens, this is what we're going to do. None of us have a plan in place. And when it happens, we're lucky if we get together and fucking
if you can even find each other.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
We have nothing established.
Especially if you live in a big city like this. Yeah. You have to be out in the country with generators and stuff. Imagine being cows.
Imagine like you're someone who relies on like the subway in Vancouver to like get to work, and like you live in the middle of Burnaby or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's burning.
And it's like, I'll just break into the cafe for food.
So yeah, I don't see insurrection taking hold anytime soon, which is why I'd say the best of those 3 options is pack your family up and move somewhere that you agree with their values.
Yeah, we have to get enough of us in one place, and unfortunately, it's like we need to take the people like us from all the countries that this is happening, because all the Western countries seem to be going down the same path right now. You know, so it's like everyone that thinks alike from all these countries need to get together in one area. As silly as that sounds, hey, we all just need to find an island, but like it is true, like. People that think alike should get together and have their own fucking place. It's like, man, if you want to like wear your mask and like do your fucking, shut everything down when things, okay, well, how about over here? The people that don't want to do it, we will fucking risk it, and we'll all be happy doing it. And there's no one here that's unhappy. So it's like democracy is like the best thing we have, but half the country's pissed off all the time.
It doesn't work. You can't let dumbasses vote. Because they're just going to shit in the pool.
Well, yeah, but half the country gets what they want, half the country's pissed. And so, like, that's democracy still. Like, if you're lucky, you can get everybody to like the same thing, but that's not where we're at.
No.
Right now, half the country hates the other half.
Eventually, a powerful person comes by and says, you're not going to do this anymore. You're going to do what I say. And if you don't like it, here's a civil war.
Well, what happened in history is, like, basically factions take place and they gain traction, and so it's like, okay, this movement has traction. And
slug.
And so anyways, so that faction, eventually those people get voted in, and then what happens is whether they separate or take over the whole thing, like these movements happen that change whole countries and whole regions, and like and sometimes it's not even by voting, it's by force or whatever. It's just like, we're sick of this, we want this now. And sometimes, like the country has to split because they can't agree, and it's like, these people don't want to live like that, these people don't want to live like that. Okay, well, let's just split then. Why fight? Like, you guys stay over there, we'll stay over here.
The elites won't let that happen.
No, exactly. But like, when it comes to the people, we're all down to have that happen. It's just like, I'm totally down. It's just like, man, you want to live with everyone that's like you? Like, that's a cool idea, Like,
America was like that before the Civil War. And then a lot of people, like you're saying, everyone's down with it, but a lot of people fought for the Union because they thought that it was a better idea to have a giant conglomeration, a United States, rather than a whole bunch of little countries scattered around. So it's not so easy to get everyone on board with one thing. And then you add, we're fighting for slavery, and now everyone's kind of like, oh, well, I got to do this now.
But like, just think of, liberals and how they talk about rednecks, and it's like, okay, you hate these people. Do you want to eradicate them?
They do.
No, and it's like, the thing is, if they say yes to that, then they have no moral high ground when it comes to fucking anything, and they can't virtue signal anymore, so they can't say that. They're stuck there. it's like you don't want to eradicate these people, but you don't like them and you don't agree with them. Wouldn't it just be best if they had their area and you had your area, and you and your people that think like you decide what happens in your area, and they decide what happens in their area, and you guys don't fucking talk to each other?
Yeah, I just think
like,
the only way you get that is by shooting people.
Dude, like, I don't understand why people need to be shot to have that happen. But no, you're right. We probably wouldn't get that
Just
without
like
it.
look at the way that stuff happens.
I know,
right?
it just seems so logical, though.
You could
It's just
ask
like,
nicely.
we could be
out
like,
until
hey,
you're blue in
like,
the
you know
face.
what? Like, if you're conservative and you don't want to fucking wear your mask and all this, like, go to Appalachia. Like, you're welcome here.
Who
And then,
gets to stay and who has to go is
Yeah.
the debate.
well, and that's just it. It's like, and people vote for these laws and then people bitch about them. And it's like, dude, like, there's 50 states. Like, why can't you just accept the fact that some states are like this, some are like this? Yeah, you can't get abortion in this one, but you can in this one. Why not move to that one? In the States, they have the option to move to a state that suits them better. In Canada, it doesn't matter what province you move to. It's exactly
always
the
a lateral
fucking same.
move, yeah.
So, like, we don't really have that option here. But in the States, they actually do. It's like, I can move to a part of the country that suits me better. And I like that. I think that that's a fucking awesome idea. And I think it's cool that people that don't agree with me have their own area, because now we don't have to fight. It's like, dude, you have your area. Go do your fucking shit over there.
That's called a utopia.
I know. And people don't seem to want to, like, actually have one.
I think people want it. It's just you'll never convince everyone to agree until there's a warlord or a king that says this is law.
Yeah.
By decree of the king, you're going to go over there and you're going to go over there. Right? But then how do you get taxes from two different countries? So you need everyone to be in the same thing.
Especially when a government only represents one side of the ideology.
Yeah,
so it's
at
like,
a time.
the other side's like, why am I
switches back
paying
and
taxes?
forth and back
Yeah.
and forth.
Yeah, it's like a pendulum.
Right. So and the whole idea of America was exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
In the beginning. And then rich people wanted more and more power and greed took over.
Fair enough.
And it's if it were that easy, it'd be done by now.
Yeah.
It's a story as old as time. But I think Andrew has to get out of here pretty quick.
Andrew, what time you got to get out of here?
Like now.
Right now? All right. We don't have any
We
time
got a
to-
hard out here, people, but
That's
thank
perfect.
you to our 3 watchers.
everybody.
We really appreciate you.
3 watchers, plus I got 1 on the couch.
Yeah. Well, I
got
don't
a
know.
live
His eyes are pretty low over there.
Nate's a
Yeah.
professional watcher.
Staring at his knees more than us. Yeah.
Hey, thanks everybody. It was a fun show.
You missed a sick army crawl.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Slug
Nate crawled
shrink.
out of the room so you guys wouldn't see him.
Thank you, Nate. And thank you guys so much. Hopefully we're back next Friday. It's kind of like a surprise, you know.
You never know,
Whether or not
but there's like, 3/4 of a chance we'll be here next
Yeah.
Friday.
right on. Thank you, Andrew.